What's up, everybody? It's Keefy, and we're counting down to Ghost Cult Magazine's Album of the Year 2023. Today in part 3, we're counting down from number 20 to number 2. Over on our podcast and our website post, you can check out our entire list from 75 to 21. Thanks to our staff, thanks to our senior editors, and everybody that supported us, as well as you, the fans. This year we're doing things a little bit differently, and for the number 1 album of the year reveal, I will be joined by a very special guest, Ghost Cult staffer. With that out of the way, let's get into it.
20. Health, Rat Wars, Luma Vista Recordings.
Just a few years removed from their collabs and remix albums Disco 1 and 2, Health returns with possibly their strongest album. Bringing back the metal in their industrial metal, Health has a full album of dynamically rich and great songs.
19. Insomnium, Anno 1696, Century Media Records.
Long-running Finnish melodic doom band Insomnium is back with yet another excellent album in their history. Once again, the emotive melodic masters created an incredible album for their listeners and fans.
18. Catatonia, Sky Void of Stars, Napalm Records.
With their first album for Napalm Records, long-running Swedish death doom band Catatonia continues to evolve and shapeshift into their final form as one of the best bands in the world.
17. Dodheimsgard, Black Medium Current, Peaceville Records.
Bringing a bit of the extreme underground to our top 20, Dodheimsgard turns in another complex, brutal record, but also works in new inspirations and flavors like industrial metal and sludge metal.
16. Crosses, Good Night, God Bless, Love You, Delete, Warner Music.
No longer just a side project of Chino Moreno of Deftones and Sean Lopez of Far, Crosses arrives with their full-length debut album on Warner Music, and it's absolutely booty-shaking music to make love to for 2023. A lot of babies gonna get conceived at this album, I promise you.
15. Ken Mode, Void, Artifact Records.
Ken Mode is a band Ghost Cult has covered since the very beginning, and Void is yet another sludge metal banger masterpiece.
14. Cannibal Corpse, Chaos Horrific, Metal Blade Records.
35 years into their career, Cannibal Corpse continues to prove they leave no stone unturned on the road of brutal and technical death metal. Their second album with Eric Rutan proves the band has more tricks up their sleeve as they get older.
Lucky 13. Sleep Token, Take Me Back to Eden, Spine Farm Records.
Alternately, the most hyped and the most divisive album on the entire countdown, Sleep Token has taken the metal world by storm, not unlike Ghost in past years, where they have definitely divided the metal fan base about their style of music, which blends R&B and alternative metal.
12. Silosis, A Sign of Things to Come, Nuclear Blast Records.
Finally free of his time with Architects, Josh Middleton returns to his main base, Silosis, and they have become the preeminent British technical death metal band. This album totally slaps.
11. Baroness, Stone, Abraxan Hymns.
What else can we say about Baroness that we have not already said in the pages of Ghost Cult Mag for 11 years? Baroness is one of the preeminent bands in modern rock and metal, and Stone is another testament to the complex, deep talent and songwriting in the band.
10. Tomb Mold, The Enduring Spirit, $20 spin.
The surprise of the countdown, not because it's Tomb Mold, but because they surprise dropped this record with almost no notice. Tomb Mold, t-shirt controversies aside, turned in one of the best albums of the year. They are the best modern band that pays tribute to old school death metal, but still with the modern enough kick to satisfy fans of all stripes.
9. Swans, The Beggar, Young Gods.
40 years into their career, Swans continues to impress with their amazing avant-garde underground metal. The band has actually had 5 albums in the history of Ghost Cult in the top 20. Amazing.
8. Overkill, Scorched, Nuclear Blast Records.
The longest running band in our countdown, and the band that turned in the best thrash metal album of 2023, Overkill continues to excel at what they do best, which is overkill music. They certainly have been on a high since they added drummer Jason Bittner of Shadows Fall. 7.
Mutoid Man, Mutants, Sargent House.
What's up, mutants? Finally, Mutoid Man is no longer the side band of Steven Brodsky of Cave In and Converge's Blood Moon and a bunch of other things. It is finally on its own 2 feet alongside of all his other projects, the most fully fledged and realized and fun album of Mutoid Man's career.
6. Urn, Feast of Sorrow, Candlelight Recordings.
Urn is a band we're going to be talking about for many years to come. Not just the proteges of Gojira's Joe Duplantier. Joe not only produced the album, he guests on the album, but Urn stands on its own 2 feet as a band, making some of the most brutal and extreme UK metal.
5. Pupil Slicer, Blossom, Prosthetic Records.
Yet another band on our countdown from the UK, and taking the crown as the best UK death metal band of 2023, Pupil Slicer exceeded expectations with their amazing songwriting and performances on Blossom.
4. Cattle Decapitation, Terracite, Metal Blade Records.
San Diego's grindcore and death metal treasures Cattle Decapitation continue to reign and excel at underground, brutal technical death metal because, frankly, they never make the same record twice, and it's always a banger and a journey.
3. Code Orange, The Above, Blue Grape Music.
Truly a band you cannot pigeonhole in underground and extreme metal, Code Orange is cool enough for the popular kids, gnarly enough for the old school hardcore fans to still stay loyal, and fresh enough for new brutal music feeds. They continue to do anything they want to, and anything is possible with this band.
2. Enslaved, Heimdall, Nuclear Blast Records.
30 plus years after forming as a Viking metal black metal band in Norway, Enslaved continues to impress as one of the best progressive metal bands in the world, always with a hint of black metal, always with an influence of their Norse beginnings. So impressive and so cool. This is one of the many Enslaved albums in Ghost Cult's history that have been in our top 10. That's our countdown from 20 to number 2. Stay tuned to our next video for the number 1 album of the year. I'm Keefy from Ghost Cult. Please like and subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.